From the Panamera's inception, the goal was to create the sports car of the segment. It has to be both a luxury sedan and a sports car at the same time. So I'm going to tell you a few key things about the new car and some of the technology that's brand new. Now on the back of the car, the most noticeable difference to the previous generation Panamera is the rear end and how we have kept the typical Porsche DNA of the 911 slope versus the previous generation that came out a little bit more circular. So many of you may already have LED lights on your current Porsche model. The new matrix lights will contribute even further with individual lights that can actually actively dim portions of the road. So if there's an oncoming car, they can reduce the amount of light to the oncoming lane, or if there's a bright sign that's reflecting on your right side of the road, it can actually individually dim that as you drive through. Now on the bottom there's 2 cameras on either side, and those are to help with our new adaptive cruise control system and Porsche's InnoDrive. The InnoDrive system will use all of the knowledge the Panamera has about the road that it can get from its GPS, from its live traffic information, from maps, as well as the cameras on the car to sense the speed limits and the other cars around it. The InnoDrive system will predict the next almost 3 kilometers of road and prep the suspension, the transmission, the brakes and throttle for upcoming turns, upcoming decelerations or accelerations. So in the rear of the car we have rear wheel steering. The rear wheels will turn at the opposite direction from the front wheels at low speeds, making the car a little bit more agile when you're doing a hard turn. Now under the hood of this Panamera Turbo, we have a 4-liter V8 with 550 horsepower that can get 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. So in the center console, we have a responsive center touchscreen that will allow you to actually adjust, open the vents here, or turn them off. And all your climate controls are done through this piano black surface. You can also access your media, your seat controls. If you have the massaging, ventilator, heated seats, you can control them from the touchscreen in the rear here. On the right side here we have information about your maps, your trip data, vehicle settings, tire pressures, torque split, G-force for the track with your lap timer, and then all new for the car is our night vision system. So you can option this onto any new Panamera to be able to see the night vision. So we have our climate controls, our gear selector, and then across the top here we have access to change the view of the screen. We have our home screen that is customizable that you can set with the options that you use the most. Your climate controls. This new 12-inch screen is going to be basically the future of Porsche models. With the new design of this that looks very similar to what we had in the 918, we'll slowly see this come through the rest of the Porsche model range, giving you a glimpse into the future of the 911 cockpit. And all of the cars have your typical touchscreen that you would expect from your smartphone, so it'll be a very easy and intuitive system to use. Now the very last menu that we have here is the driving menu. So many of you are familiar with that buttons having them lower in the center console on your Porsches. Now we have the menu set up here for your different modes. You can also do them from the steering wheel with the sport response button. One of my favorites parts of the new Panamera is actually the rear wing. Some articles on the web have likened it to the Iron Man of spoilers. So I'd like to thank you all for all of your attention while I showed you through some of the new options on the Panamera.